if you can see me. I can't see the camera. It's too bright. So all of that, get at the honey in the cabinet, really. I've got a few pails in here that was warmed and liquefied a while ago because of current situation. I was unable to take it directly to the packer. But they actually called for honey just yesterday, so we're gonna take some of this in tomorrow. He only wants 8. I've got a dozen in here. I haven't kept it very warm. I kept it only at 25 I think, Celsius. Just a little warmer than room temperature, just to keep it liquid. My honey stays liquid a long time anyway, but thought I would just keep it liquid in the cabinet. Keep it to that temperature that discourages granulation. Of course, I had 3 more than would fit in my cabinet, so these 3 have been sitting in unheated storage, essentially frozen, but the weather has gotten warmer. Frozen is good. Frozen will keep the honey from granulating. But the weather has warmed, so it's not going to stay frozen very long. So that's just 7 more in there, and that'll make a nice second trip to the packer. Not much happened today. Just moved things around mostly. Did a little tractor work. Got some honey loaded in the truck. Going to the packer tomorrow. Palletized the frames that I had there. I'm still 130 short of second skid, so that's sitting there behind the camera, ready to be added to. There's a skid that's all wrapped, ready to go. Changing things up today a little bit. We have wild cherry diet Pepsi. Look at that. I'll tell you, that's a delicious drink. Yeah. Well, that's good stuff. So you can't see it off camera here. I have the battery for my electric fence charger sitting here charging, ironically. It's a solar powered system. It's actually not what they call a solar charger or controller. It's a 12 volt controller. This here is a solar controller. It's all one piece. There's a battery inside it, solar panel there as you can see, and then the controller part is built in. And I really should, I suppose, take the battery out of this because it's ready to go. If you turn it on and touch the terminals, it'll give you a shock. That was not heavy duty enough for what I need. 0.04 joules it says. It's a 4 volt battery in there, and I can just make out that it says for 2 miles of fencing. I think that means 2 miles of wire. So if you have 4 strands, you've got to divide that by 4. So you're looking at a half mile. Now if you're going to make a square out of that, divide it 4 more times. That's pretty small. Made me decide to stop using this was the day I got a picture of a bear inside my fence, taken by my game camera that watches over my apiary. So that made the decision for me to turn this thing into a paperweight. Now, it's a perfectly good little controller if you have a small area and you need such a thing. But I went out and purchased it's a Patriot PBX 200 is the model. And it's a 12 volt system. It has no solar panel built in. It has no battery built in. It's not cheap. A couple $100 it cost me. So I add a car battery to it. I've actually got a deep cycle here that I use for that. And I have, I think it's a 40 watt solar panel charging that battery continuously. And that seems to be enough. I need to get that electric fence energized again. Springtime, bears are going to be prowling. They're going to be hungry, looking for some nice juicy beehives. So hopefully this charges up nicely. I'll load test it before I take it out and make sure it's in good shape. Thanks for watching the videos. I'm glad you enjoyed that little slow motion thing. The what did somebody call it? The pollen waltz. That was funny. I like that. The pollen waltz. I wonder if Strauss had been a beekeeper, what kind of music he would have written, huh? That would have been interesting. Stay well, stay home, have fun. I've lived on this property for 13 years now. Every spring, there are 2 Canada geese who come and stay on our lawn for weeks every spring. There are always 2, and there are always only 2. You can draw whatever conclusions you want about that, but is it the same 2? Maybe.